In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Digication template for your class. I have already added Digication to my D2L. It's an external tool, so all you have to do is add it in like you normally would the chat rooms and that sort of thing. So I'm going to get started by clicking where it says Digication ePortfolio. And it tells you, it's got a little intro here to tell you how to set up Digication. And then it says you need to define templates for students. So we're going to click on that. And I am going to create a new template. And I can use one that I've already created, but I'm going to go ahead and click Start from Scratch because this class is different than the other ones I've already done. So I'm going to tell it use this template. And now I have my blank template. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the top and I'm going to unlock this little lock to change the header. And I'm just going to title this English 1102 template. So to edit the text, I'm going to click this little box with the edit pencil in it. And I'm going to type English 1102 template. And then that way in the future, I'll know which template it is that I'm using. Once I'm done, I can go ahead and click out of that. The next thing I want to do is I want to set up the number of pages that my students will have. So I have them doing each project on a different page. So I'm up here at the top, and over here on the right, you see the move button, the little cog for settings, and the edit pencil. So I'm going to click the edit pencil again. And this takes me to where I can add new pages. So down here in the lower left-hand corner, I'm going to click Add New Page. I'm just going to call this Project 1 Proposal. And I'm going to click Add New Page again. I'm going to call this Project 2 Podcast. I will click Add New Page again, and I'm actually going to grab this one and nest it so you can see how it's moving it over so it's with the podcast. I'm going to call this Project 2 Podcast Script. Add a new page. Project 3 Source Poster. And I have two more pages. Project 4 Group Web Text. So we've got our multimodal final reflection as our last page. Now I'm going to click Save. And so you see it's got all of the pages that I'd like to show up on my students' ePortfolios here. If you want, you can stop here and have your students add the rest of the stuff. I'm going to add a little bit to this first page, that way there's something there for them to look at. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and select Add Content, and I'm going to add a picture. And to get a picture I've already used, I'm going to click Previous Uploads, and here you see I'm going to use the sunflower picture. In the lower right-hand corner, you see where it says Add one selected file to gallery. We'll click that. And so now you've got your picture showing up here. I'm going to click this little movement arrow to move it. So I'm going to move it over in the corner here. And I'm actually going to shrink it down a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to add a little bit more here. Click out of my picture, and I'm going to come down here to the little plus sign. And I'm going to tell it to add rich text. And the rich text, I'm going to click the little movement button, and I'm going to move that so it's up next. Well, I need to shrink it down. And I'm going to move that so it's up next to my picture. And I'm going to make it bigger so it fits. So now I'm just going to add a little text here, and I'm going to highlight that. And coming here, I can make it heading style, so that way there's a difference. And then I just hit the Enter key. I'm going to drag this box down, and I'm going to switch to paragraph style, And I'm going to give the students some instructions. All right, so I've got a few instructions here. So the students will add information about themselves, and I'm also going to mention to please add more images. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to make a comment or a caption on my picture so the students know that they should change it. I don't want everyone to keep this sunflower picture. So coming back to the sunflower picture, I'm going to hit the edit pencil and I'm going to click where it says edit caption. And in the caption, I'm going to say, please change this image by clicking on it. That way the students will know that they should change the image and not just keep the one that I put here. Finally, I will save and share my template. I'm just going to call this English 1102 ePortfolio template. I will hit continue. And it's already shared with my students. I'm actually going to set this as private within the College of Coastal Georgia. So if other folks teaching 1102 want to steal it, they totally can. And then I'm going to click continue. And I'm going to set this so it shows up at the school. And I'm showing it on my user profile as well. That way, hopefully it's easier for me to find it. I'll hit Save Settings and save and continue. So now when students come to this page and they hit the plus sign, they will get the prompt to use the template that is set up with the course. So they can click Use this template and then they will be ready to go. So that is how you create a template for your course in D2L.